So it's the month of December. What is going on in the watch world and watch market? Welcome to my regular monthly market update. So the first thing I want to talk about, which I think is really important for you watching the channel, is it is a buyer's market. We have seen trends over the last 2, 3, 4 months now. Prices have definitely stabilized. Buyers are out there still buying. We are still buying lots of watches, we are still selling lots of watches, and it's certainly a buyer's market, certainly for clients that are not willing to do that AD dance like yourself. You're not willing to take the watches that you don't want to take. You've got wise to the fact that you have bought things from Rolex and they've certainly not come back with the ones that they've promised you. And with the prices being the way they are, just above the grey market for some and a little bit more for others, but certainly realistic price-wise, it is a buyer's market. You're definitely sat there and thinking, you know what, if I go out there, for example, and buy a Batgirl, I'll show you this for example. This particular watch here, it's in the 9,000s from Rolex for RRP. Realistically, anywhere between sort of 14 for pre-owned, up to 15 for brand new. This is a brand new one. We've actually sold quite a lot over the last few weeks. That's certainly a watch where you guys out there are coming to the grey market, seeing a deal like me, somebody credible, thinking, you know what, I don't want to take the date, just which for some of the date just now are slightly list or just under, depending on the dial combination. It's a buyer's market. You're coming and buying that watch. We won't talk about the dizzy heights there were a few years ago. This is a realistic price now, anywhere between 14 and 15. It's not double retail, it's not more than double retail. It's certainly buyable, and it's certainly one that's an extremely popular watch, and that's why you out there are pulling the trigger on that one. So a lot of the watches have certainly stabilised. You know, certain watches have stayed the same price. We have seen a slow decline of some models, which is talking a few £100, something or nothing really for certain models on the grey market. Submariners again, for example, we've got a sub-date in here. I can show you this one. This particular one here, we were selling these for around about 13k. They're now for sale in the 12s. Well, again, we're selling a lot of them, very popular model for us at LWC. You know, something that you won't get for your first or second purchase from Rolex, certainly your third or fourth. Again, do you want to do the dance? You know, all I hear from all my clients all the time is, you guys are sick of doing the AD dance. You're going straight to the grey and you're buying. And again, it is a buyer's market. This is certainly a watch for most of our clients. It's sometimes their first Rolex, their first purchase. Sold one to a client the other day. He actually bought it for his first Rolex, and it's a massive moment for them. Certainly is for us as well. We love being on our clients' journeys, but that's a watch there that, again, not the easiest one to get from Rolex. Don't do the dance, come and buy it straight from the grey, but certainly a buyer's market, and we sell so many of these. They are so popular and the best all-round one, and certainly a really good go-to for your first Rolex. Another thing that we have noticed is the fact that we're not getting as many part exchanges in. So the current market's slightly changed, and this is indicative of where the market's at for me, because normally when the prices were high, obviously the RRP was the same, but the grey market was a lot higher. We see a lot of clients part exchange a lot more watches, but what we've seen from this side of the desk is a lot of my clients that have paid a certain price for a watch a few years ago, the market has been lowered price-wise, and they're now a buyer's market, so they're capitalising on that and coming to us guys to buy the watch of their dreams. They're thinking, you know what, for what that watch is worth in the current market, I'm not actually going to part exchange it, I'm just going to keep it, I enjoy it, and I'm going to wear it. So that's a really good sign for you who follow the channel and who follow the market. The market is changing, you know, it's a buyer's market out there, and for me personally, it's a real good opportunity for you to buy the watch that you want without doing any dance that you're made to do, and as long as it is exactly what it should be, you should be pulling the trigger. So another thing that we've noticed at LWC at this side of the desk is our clients are well aware of the market. So you that follow the channel, you're more than aware of where the market's going. There's a lot of information out there from channels like ourselves. And our clients, whereas before they're like, oh, you know, how much is it going to be worth in a year or 2 years? Or they're really sort of influenced by the market and the investment side of things. Now our clients, what they're doing is they're actually buying it and going, you know what? I don't care if it goes down 10%. I'm going to enjoy it, I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to wear it. And that's the beauty of the market. We're going back to the old days. You know, the true watch guys out there, the ones that we're seeing every day in, day out, coming to the boutique, spending their money with us, enjoying the experience, they're coming more to buy the watch. They want to have the experience. They don't care whether they lose a little bit. Obviously, nobody likes to lose a lot of money, but they don't mind. They're actually buying to wear, and they're actually not putting away in safes. They're not putting away in safety deposit boxes. The majority of our buyers are out there who are buying to enjoy the pieces. We've got clients that are daily in meteorite Daytonas. I mean, what does that tell you about the market? You know, we've got clients who are daily in Pikachus. I mean, you name it, and that's what our clients are doing, and that's where the market's changed. And for me, personally, it's a far better marketplace, and it will continue to do so over the next 6 to 12 months. It'll be a far better place for you guys to go out there and shop and put trust back in the industry, because prices are better, and for me, that's where the market needs to be. So the next section I want to talk about is the most popular buys of the month, the most popular buys we've seen. You out there pulling the trigger over the last 4 weeks, and it comes in 3 combinations. It's the Submariner range, it's the Daytona range, and it's the GMT range. Let's start with the Submariner. So we've sold loads of blues, the 18 karat yellow gold and steel blue dial, blue bezel. Well, like I said, if you follow the channel, we actually had a shortage of these a few months ago. There's not many coming through. We are still buying them at list price. We are selling for just over list price. The black one again is slightly under. It would sell for list or just over. But the blues in particular has had a renaissance over the last 4 weeks, especially with us. And whenever we get them in, we will sell them straight away. I think we've had at least 4 in over the last sort of, certainly 7 to 10 days, sold all of them. Literally got another one in 2 days ago. Sold it. It's been boxed up this morning. It's on its way to one of our US clients. So if you're watching, it's on its way to you. Congratulations and thanks for shopping with us. But certainly, yeah, the blues, it's got a beautiful blue dial and had a renaissance in the last 4 weeks. The other one in the Submariner range is, of course, the steel sub, the one here. Beautiful watch. Sell loads of these. I'll tell you what is interesting actually for you. So we obviously, as we all know, the Submariner No Date was the iconic original model, then introduced the Date, and obviously the Date was actually the most popular. We've seen such a renaissance of the No Dates. We sell as many No Dates as we do the Dates. This is the new 41mm here. But yeah, the No Date, for whatever reason, we've seen not as many coming through. I know they don't see as many, so I know that Rolex ADs get more dates than No Dates. For you watching the channel, that's a bit of information for you. But I personally prefer the No Date. I think it's cleaner, but certainly one that we will sell these and we will stock them. To give you an idea, sometimes I'll go in my safe, I'll have at least 3 or 4 of the same model in there. And we'll just sell Girl and the Ruby. I've got all 3 to show you here. I think we've sold 3 rubies in the last sort of 2 or 3 weeks. So we've got another one for you to show you here, the GMT Master 2. The stunning 18 karat watch. Selling price for us around about 16.5 for a new or nearly new one. The guys are pulling the trigger. A nice combination, something slightly different to the bluesy is the Batman. It's quite interesting is this, because we've always thought the Batgirl outsells the Batman. So the Batman being on the Oyster bracelet and the Batgirl being on the Jubilee. Batmans this month than we have the Batgirls, so that's quite strange things for us, because we'd normally always sell more Batgirls than that, but we've sold more of the early reference and the new reference. In fact, we sold another brand new reference yesterday. This is one of the other references. But yeah, so an indication on price wise for these, 14.5, the RRPs and the 9s. For these, they have a slight premium. The cost of this particular one here is around about the 15.5 for a brand new. Pre-owned again around the 14. So a slight upgrade on price, but we've seen a renaissance of the Batman, so definitely something in the last 4 weeks you've definitely been pulling trigger on both these models. So one of the interesting ones in the GMT Master range, to the iconic old GMT from the 70s and 80s, 13,800 for us to buy, selling for just over list. Again, you know, we had one, we actually overpaid on it. We managed to sell for literally just over what we paid for it to one of our good clients. I think they're a cracking watch, but for me personally, we've seen less come through. And this is really good information for you, follow the channel. So when a new model comes out, like for example, we've got the Pikachu here in the cabinet, the new one, we've had 3, so that's the 3rd one we've had in the last sort of week, 10 days. We've sold 2 straight away, got this one. We'll see a surge of watches coming through, like the new GMTs, the GR and R, so the full yellow gold and the yellow gold and steel. Then all of a sudden they won't come out. So I'm like, well, why are we getting so many emails or WhatsApps? You know, I've seen hardly any on the deals WhatsApp trade groups. You know, I've had a look online, the price seems to have stabilised, which is a good sign. So yeah, but when we get them offered, which is not many, we've still paid list, but not a penny over, but we don't sell for just over list. So that's another one out there, just follow the market, just goes to show when a new watch comes out, because it is a really cool watch. So the next range I want to talk about is the Daytona range. We've actually had quite a few, sold them all price-wise, between £24,000 and £26,000 for the new or nearly new models. 2019 models, when it was the purple period, the renaissance, the best period for fully stickered watches. So that's one that'll be coming in hitting the site. But for you guys out there who've been pulling trigger, certainly stainless steel Daytonas, because the new reference unfortunately has not hit the market yet. We'll possibly see some in the UK very soon, but for me, I think that watch is going to be in the 30s. So if you're looking at a comparison thinking, well, do I choose the new reference or the old reference? There's not going to be enough on the marketplace again for it to come back to a price where I think it's realistically. I think personally, if I was selling that watch to you guys out there, I'd want to buy it in somewhere in the 20s, and I'd want to sell it just under 30 or around the 30k mark. So personally, I think if it's in the 30s, it's a little bit strong, even though it's a new reference. But we've seen lots of you clients out there pulling the trigger on both the white and the black. We've seen less black offered, but certainly the white, and like I said, 24, 26 grand, I think is fantastic value for money. We've sold 2 meteorite dial Daytonas, so we've sold the white gold one. I'm afraid that's already gone. It's already been collected by my client, who's actually, believe it or not, going to daily that watch on the white gold. Absolutely unbelievable. We've also got another one here for you to have a look at. It's the meteorite one. So this is the discontinued meteorite dial, rose gold and oyster flex again. You know, that's one that is extremely rare in the marketplace. You won't see many people wearing it. Sold to one of our good clients overseas. So that's been really popular in the oyster flex range. The ghost is always one of our best sellers. We've sold loads of the ghost over the last sort of 2 or 3 weeks. I've got one to show you here. This one's just come in. It's a fully stickered one, brand new and warm. Again, you can see why it's so popular. The combination's fantastic. It's the stealth wealth. It's the really, really popular one. We see more of this particular one than obviously my Pikachu, even though obviously we've had quite a few in. But that's definitely one that you guys have been pulling trigger on. And then we've got the oyster flex. So we've got the Pikachu one, the yellow gold one there. And then we've also got the new reference Pikachu there. I will be doing a full video and reveal on these, so if you do want to tune in on the videos, you will see I'll do a full video on the difference between these, which I think is really important for you guys to see. But again, that's definitely a really popular one. And we've also got another one here, which is this to show you where the market is. So this is one bought from a client literally only yesterday. Discontinued ivory dial. What we class as an entry-level dial. We've only had one in before with this particular dial lane. We bought this for roundabout list or just under. We're selling it for just over list, but under 30k. So it's a really good watch for somebody out there who's looking to buy something that certainly is not the dizzy heights of the 35, 40 grand. It's in the money, as we call, and certainly like probably more of a unisex dial. Really, really popular. Another thing that we've noticed, certainly over the last sort of few months and a lot more over the last this month, we have a lot of overseas clients that follow the channel that come to buy from us in person at the boutique, which is absolutely fantastic. Due to the pound, the strength of it in the marketplace, we have a lot of clients we've actually sent over to Australia, believe it or not. We've sent one over to the Cayman Islands. We've got clients in Singapore, and it's a constant thing for us now. So it's important to know the market that I do actually talk about in these videos is not just the UK market. You know, it is a buyer's market and also in other countries due to the currency exchange and also, you know, the condition and what we sell. But certainly the market is buoyant. So I know I do get a lot of questions on the channel where, you know, you guys out there saying, you know, well, is this the UK market? Is the US market? You know, and I can only tell you what we see from this side of the desk. You know, I think it's really important for you to know that. But we are seeing a lot of overseas sales, which I think is important as well. So at least you understand that, you know, the market is bigger than just the UK and we are selling worldwide. So I hope you enjoyed this video. As with all our videos, we do try to inform you guys of the current marketplace. You know, it is a buyer's paradise out there, so do not be drawn into the cheapest price online. Make sure you do your homework. Make sure you choose your dealer wisely. Make sure they are credible. There's a lot of really good buys out there, and the top dealers in the UK will be giving you guys the top deals. So hope you enjoyed it. See you next month for my regular monthly market update.